Hey, what is up, guys? It's the Prince of Picks here on behalf of the OnlyBets Sports Podcast. And I'm here to give you guys a quick little recap of the English Premier League. Week one here is we're going to be covering the matches that took place on Friday and Saturday, August 21st and August 22nd. I'm going to try to make this a weekly thing here where I'll come on every Saturday, kind of give a quick recap of the matches that we saw and see if we can get any quick look ahead spots at the end of the show. We'll cover any look ahead spots, maybe some best bets, some future looks, some early edges that we can find on week two or match day two of the English Premier League for the next week. So a lot of stuff here to cover. If you guys are just now joining me, appreciate you guys. If this is the first time here on the channel, welcome in. I am the Prince of Picks. I am once again part of the OnlyBets podcast. We come join us over there. Follow me over here, like, subscribe, follow, do all those great things at Prince of Picks Center. You can also follow me over on the OnlyBets podcast page. Again, that is on Twitter/X. Give a like, subscribe, follow, do all those great things. Really helps us to grow the brand and the community here and get this out to more potential listeners. Over there, we have a great show. We go live Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern on Twitter/X. We do it on Spaces over at OnlyBets Podcast. We cover a wide variety of sports over there. We have a great college football and basketball capper, Drew DeLuca. We've got a baseball savant in Mr. Stern Bets. We've got a former PGA Tour contributor in Brian Labradi, who comes on every Wednesday, gives us his best bets, looks, and analysis for the upcoming golf tournament. We also have a great Formula One capper who gives us great analysis, updates, news, and best bets as well. Mr. Addison covers the Formula One better than anyone that you'll see out there. So lots of great information here. Of course, we also have Mr. Brad Betts Footy who comes on as well and gives us some additional soccer looks, plays, and analysis. So lots of great crappers part of the network. I think you guys will find the content very enjoyable, very palatable, and very informative. So again, join us, follow us over at OnlyBets Podcast over on Twitter/X. We're live Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. If you're not able to join us live, you can catch us on the replay wherever you download your podcast. We are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, wherever it is that you guys listen to your podcast. All you got to do is search in Only Bets Podcast, and our show will pop up. Give us a quick like, follow, subscribe, all those things, retweet, repost. We really appreciate it. If you get a chance, drop a review, a quick 5-star review, give us a quick comment. All those things really help the algorithm here in getting our show out to more potential listeners. But having said that here, let's get back to the EPL, where I myself are going to be going solo here. Just a quick 10-minute show. We'll recap kind of the winners and the losers of the day. And then, like I said, at the end of the show, we'll see if we can find any advantageous spots, maybe some early looks, some early edge plays in the EPL for the next week. So let's go ahead and start with the losers. We're going to start right off with the most recent one as I'm doing this show live at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, August 22nd. Just finished here about a couple hours ago. Tottenham, 3-0 losers to Brentford. Wow, what a shocking loss for Tottenham, but maybe not so much shocking if you really look into it. This is a Tottenham team that I've been pretty steadfast on this, and I said it on the show a couple weeks ago, and I haven't budged off of it, and I think it's been proven true today. When you look at Tottenham, you look at how much money they've spent. All the projections have them finishing top 6, maybe top 7 at best. Every book you look at, they're top 6, top 5, top 4. Some people, some analysts even have them potentially competing for the EPL title, which is absolutely just insane. When you look at this Tottenham team, one thing about them is you believe it when you see it. That's the thing with Tottenham. And it doesn't matter how much money you spend, it matters how you spend that money. And yes, they've spent a lot of money this offseason, but how have they spent it? I think they've overspent on some spots. I think they overspent on Tonali. He's a good player, not great, not worth as much as they spent on him. They probably overspent on some other positions. And so when you look at, yes, of course, they've spent a lot of money, but again, how well are you spending that money? And not only that, but the main thing here with Tottenham, when you're coming off a season that they just had, the warts are still there. Right, we're only about a couple of months removed, maybe 2.5 months removed from having one of the all-time worst seasons in Tottenham history. And so when you coming off of that season, it's very rare that you catapult from 16th, 17th in the table all the way up to 5th, 4th, 3rd. Like I said, some people have them even competing for the EPL title outright. There are still warts with this team. And I think what's most concerning about Tottenham is not so much the talent on the field. I think there's something culturally wrong with Tottenham. I think there's something psychologically wrong wrong with this team. They just lack confidence at times. They will just come out and completely drop an egg and just completely come out flat. And you would have thought that in a regular season opener, after the season that they just had, with all the expectations that are coming out from them this season, that they would have put out a better performance than that. I thought that was one of their worst performances I've seen in a very, very long time, and that's including last year. I thought they were putrid, horrible, and lifeless. And in a season opener, those are the last things you want to see from a team, especially considering what they're coming off of last season. So really disappointed in Tottenham. We'll see. Well, I don't want to be hyperbolic. It's just one game, so there's still 37 more games to go. Of course, they can turn it around. But again, I'll believe it when I see it. I have not been as high on this team as other people have been, and so far, they're not off to a good start. So we'll see what happens here throughout the duration of the season. But I actually thought they were a big loser today in terms of the EPL winners and losers. Another team that I thought was a massive loser, of course, it's got to be Manchester United, right? How do you lose to Hull City, projected to be one of the worst teams all time in the EPL? This team absolutely exceeded their XG from last season in the championship, both scoring and defending. This team kind of lucked in to getting promoted into the EPL with the whole Southampton Spygate situation that happened. So they kind of. Look, they earned their spot, but this is not a team of high quality. They didn't do great business in the offseason. So if you're Manchester United, wow, you cannot lose this game to Hull City and not even score. They got shut out 2-0 to Hull City. So absolute disaster class from Manchester United. You hate to see it. Just when you think it's safe to trust this team, they go out there and do something like that. So we'll see. Long season ahead, I do still think United will be a top team. I do believe in United very much so this season. But wow, what a disastrous start to the season. And credit to Hull. I still think Hall's going to be terrible this season. I don't think they're going to finish above last place, but they're probably going to get far and few wins between, and this is going to be one of their very few wins that they get this season. So yeah, absolute losers, Manchester United. Shameful loss, and we'll see if they can rebound next week. It might be a little bit of a preview there to something that we'll have coming forward here towards the end of the show. Looking at our winners, you got to pick Arsenal. Arsenal, yesterday, Friday, 3-0 win over Coventry. They absolutely dominated this game from minute one to the final minute of the game. There was never any question. Coventry was never in this game. It was an absolute professional performance from Arsenal. They looked every bit the part to repeat as EPL champions again this season. So what else can you say? I mean, this team looks like a team that is going to be right there in contention once again. It is against a newly promoted side, so take that for what it's worth. But you got to play who's in front of you. I thought Arsenal did exactly what they had to do. I thought they were professional in their performance. I thought they were just outstanding all over the pitch. Really gave Coventry no room to breathe, no chance whatsoever to create any kind of realistic offensive opportunities. So I thought Coventry was hanging on for 90 minutes, and Arsenal probably could have put in 4 or 5 goals if they wanted to. 3-0 win, convincing enough. That's satisfying. If you should be an Arsenal fan, that should be a pretty positive start to the season here as they look to repeat as EPL champions. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, in terms of winners and losers. I guess one more winner I would say is Leeds United. A big win for them going into Nottingham Forest. There was a cagey game, but the Leeds with a late 1-0 win over Nottingham Forest, so solid start for them. And of course, Ipswich. Can't forget about Ipswich Town. I think they were definitely absolute winners today. Huge win for them. 2-1 victory over Sunderland. Sunderland, a quality team this year, of course. One of the teams that are going to be competing in European competitions. So big win for Ipswich. And again, that goes in line with our futures play. We did have Ipswich Town over 33.5 points at minus 125 for the table. So we're 3 points there already. And I thought Ipswich was being a little bit disrespected. I think they showed that today, getting a very professional win, not a convincing win, but a solid win, I would say, against a solid team in Sunderland. So I think brighter days are ahead for Ipswich, and we'll see if they can continue the momentum next week after this big win here in their first game back in the Premier League in a couple seasons. So shout out to Ipswich and their fans and their supporters. Big win there for Ipswich against Sunderland. All right, and that's really going to do it for my recap. If we're looking ahead, let's look ahead to next week. You can find some lines on certain books. I'm not going to tell you what those books are because we are not sponsored by any books currently. But shop around, you will be able to find some lines on some books. A couple plays I'm looking at in particular. We're looking like Sunday, August 30th. We have Manchester United going to be hosting Ipswich. I like both teams to score in this one. You're going to get that around -120, -125. Both defense did look pretty shaky today. Of course, if you're Manchester United and you give up 2 goals to Hull City, I mean, you can concede to anybody. So I think absolutely Ipswich can score some goals, score at least a goal here against Manchester United. Ipswich on the other side, a little bit shaky defensively as well. So I think both teams score at a very playable price. -125 is a solid look. One other look I would have, if you guys are looking towards next week, looking at Leeds and Brentford, I think an under 2.5 at -110 is a solid play as well. Looking at both of these teams, I know Brentford did put up 3 against Tottenham, but I do think Leeds is a little bit more sound defensively than is Tottenham. So looking at Leeds today, they were pretty solid against Nottingham Forest, keeping a clean sheet. And I just think looking at the head-to-head, 14 of the last 18 head-to-head between these two sides has hit under 2.5 goals. So we're looking at a historically cagey match between these two sides. I think both of these teams are in defensive form right now, and I would expect to see a lower scoring game between Leeds United and Brentford. So something else to look at here as we're looking ahead towards next week. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Again, this has been the EPL English Premier League Week 1 recap for Friday and Saturday. We will catch you guys on Monday live over at OnlyBets Podcast, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Again, download the podcast if you're not able to join us live over on Apple, Spotify, YouTube podcast, wherever it is you listen to our podcast. And we'll catch you all then. Thanks for joining, guys. This is the Prince of Picks. Talk to y'all soon. Appreciate you.